So we were building a kind of flow kind of application. When I say the flow, so we divided the network into the kind of subnets, the VPC one, public subnet, private, and then which is called app, and then the data subnet. So in the public subnet, there are the components, Bastion, load balancer, some kind of tools if we wanted to install. So we kept them in the public subnet. In the application subnet, we have launched Apache and then the Tomcat. So we are going to create, we are going to launch some more applications which will have good in nature of connecting with the databases thing and all. So like this, so we are going to create some applications which will connect to the database, and then we'll get the data from database, and then we'll can insert the data from here. Not kind of admin. I mean to say point of the user. So whenever user access the DNS, so it will go via load balancer. Application will do that all our processing and then will store. So currently the Apache doesn't have that intelligence because it's I mean to say Apache means the static code doesn't have. So we are going with the other languages, Java, PHP, Python, some kind of applications which will have connectivity with the database. So very important when I say database, please have this keyword in the mind. So there are right now in the market, very popular ones are structured and unstructured. Structured means it's already a predefined format. Application knows it, what data to insert. And then the unstructured one. So we don't expect it. Just we will collect the bunch of data. It can be the like the I was saying document DB, column DB, or the geographical database. All those right now, those are very good in the market currently. So, so we will keep all the databases in the private itself, which is called data. So yesterday I have went in AWS for databases launching for structured database. There is a service called RDS. So in RDS, there are a lot of flavors again in cloud. So Aurora is the AWS owned one. There are other ones also are there, MySQL, the Postgres, Oracle and all. So we created the in RDS MySQL one. When you create RDS, so we create in the data subnet, but we don't select the subnets here. We create a kind of group that is called subnet group. That is very important. Before RDS subnet group, we need to create. And obviously the security group we will assign. So you know the where and all we assigned the security group. One is EC2, another is load balancer. Now to that list RDS also. So we will add a security group to the RDS. Here we will assign the subnet group. In production environments, if I want to make high availability of the RDS, we enable a feature called multi-agent. In the interviews, they'll ask you this question. Please have this in mind. Uh, Even if one zone goes down, my RDS has to be available. They're not asking the region. They're asking the, even if one zone goes down, I need to have a high availability of the RDS. Then the feature is called the multi-agent. So we created the RDS with the multi-agent feature. So, and then the username password, it's not like our console password, it's separate, our database will have it. And then when you create RDS, the security group will send, we will get an endpoint like load balancer, like EC2, we'll get a separate endpoint for that. So in the application, we will configure few things very important. Uh, Endpoint, username, password, database name, and then the port number. So these are the basic things we will configure in application. So database name, in one RDS instance, we can have multiple databases in one MySQL, in one MySQL RDS instance. You can have multiple databases also. You remember I had given for test purpose dummy name. I'll create today the other databases. We will connect to the RDS instance. We will do that. So, so very important. In one RDS instance, you can have multiple databases also. So this is the we discussed it, structured rows and columns. There are the right now in the real time you guys are using. We are using a lot of databases in our real time applications. Whatever you are using Zomato, behind lot of databases will be there. They'll use for some for in if you take Zomato, right? Some data they'll use for structured, some data whatever you are getting, right? Those will be some unstructured also. That is some of them. So these kind of languages only will have intelligence to connect. jQuery, as I was saying, the static doesn't have intelligence. They don't have intelligence to connect to the backend. Few important things whenever database, you can install on top of EC2, but it's not preferred. Managed service is preferred, which is called the backup, maintenance, everything the cloud will provider will take care. So if something, if you go good more discussion on like kind of with the experienced people and all, they'll be discussing these keywords RTO and RPO. RTO is like if something goes down, how how much time it will take you to the RTO, and then RPO is like till what data you can recover it. That is what the RPO. Please keep this if you're doing some DR, some kind of backup recovery. So somewhere you will get this kind of two questions, RTO and RPO, and that in the point of database, important. So backups prefer in the out of business hours. That is the recommended one. Don't prefer in the business hours. There is a chances of application slow down. RDS comes under pass because you have control the CPU, memory, storage. These are the ones network you can control, but you cannot control what OS it will go. So we consider such kind of category comes under pass. If you know what OS and then you are going inside the OS, such you can consider as the IaaS infrastructure. You have more control on the more parameters. Pass, so not voice control, the other parameters you can control. SAS, you don't have any control at all. Just you use like I am. That's it. You don't know what voice they're running, what CPU memory you don't. So when I talk database, few things, let me reiterate again. The RTO, RPO, database types, MySQL, Oracle, structured, unstructured, and then the multi-AZ, username, password, multiple databases, endpoint, how do you connect? So these are all some basic things you should have in your mind when we talk about the database. Okay. So how application connects to the database? Like in application, there will be some files will be there, like these property files. In the code also you can mention. That's not good practice too. If someone in a code, I'll show you today some samples. What is the good practice not to go. So from code also you can connect to the database, but recommended is don't hard code those values in the code. So externalize them, separate them into separate file. From there, your code has to load this configuration. Configuration in the sense what endpoint, username, password, all those called configuration. So for database, we will use separate client like Git Bash. We used a separate client. Like for database, there is a separate tools are there. We will use them to connect to the database. So these are the ones. Cool. So any thoughts, queries you want on it? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
we are good, sir.
29. Yeah. 29. Okay. I'll see this number maybe. Sorry, just bear with me. So my objective for today is, let me go to the console first. Around the RDS only, we'll be seeing the more content, interview point of view and the real-time point of view. We'll go through the keywords. Here is the instance. It's running currently. It's available. It's running. CPU memory. You can see that VPC multi-agent. Yes. So click on it. We have endpoint. You remember I was telling that if anyone wanted to connect to the database, we need. So same like whatever applies for Bastion or EC2. Just can you just throw some, what are the basic things to need to connect from one mission to another mission? Basic things.
IP address.
Sorry, I'm sorry, I missed it.
IP address.
Oh, IP address. Yeah, we have endpoint here. Yeah. Mission to mission IP address. Next one more.
Private key.
Port number. These
Yeah.
two are the basic things. Basic things. Next, obviously, this guy will come. Protocol. Protocol will differ based on the server. For example, I'll claim like user, which is the tool you are using, browser. Browser will understand what protocols here.
80
No,
or
not.
4.
I mean the protocols. What protocols browser will understand?
HTTP or HTTPS.
Yes.
HTTPS.
So here is the client. Here is the client. These are the clients. Also, you need
Yeah.
a server also same HTTP or HTTP server. You should have like sorry HTTPS server. You should have it. So whatever according to the client, you should have a server. Now, in my case, right here, the same applies here. I'm having a here what server I have.
Database.
Database server will not understand these protocols. It will have its own protocol, some of them. That I'll track further. So for me, important is here client. Client is not browser here. I have to use some kind of say that DB client tools. There are in the market. Okay, they will understand this protocol. Okay, this also some it will also will serve some protocol. Okay, keep this thought in the mind. Okay. So we will use like Apache, Tomcat used the browser, right? To connect to the database also, not the browser. There are some tools we will use, which will connect to, and then we'll give the response, we'll understand it. Okay. So some basic things we need to connect to the DB. One is the endpoint, port number. These are the basic things from one mission to another mission, any mission, and the protocol obviously. Here, extra things you need, uh, username, and then the password. Sometimes you need a database name also. These are the basic things you need to connect it. And yes, from where you will connect. You connect from your laptop, but you need to have client. Which client? That is called DB client. Like yesterday, I was telling now one thing, workbench. There are. If you're connecting Bastion, I can connect from Bastion also. If you want to connect from the Bastion, you should have a DB client. Bastion is CLI or in the Bastion, we are using Linux Bastion. You don't have GUI. So that's why we will need to have a CLI, MySQL CLI tool. Okay. These are the CLI tools. Connect to the DB. These are the basic things. So I have username. Obviously, the you know, right? When you are connecting it, from source. That is what. From wherever you are connecting, that security group you need to allow. The target security group you have to allow. This will be there. This is our basic of not only for EC2, not only for load balancer. It is applicable for RDS also. Same, it will be everywhere. And obviously the port number. Can you guys help me here? Port number will vary based on the database. So for now, 3306, MySQL default port number. And I have username. The one created along with the when I was creating RDS, I will use that same. And then the password also. Can I change this username password? Yes, you can change it. In the console itself, you will get an option. I forgot the password. I want to rotate that. You can do that. But very important, you could have configured this username password in the applications. If you rotate, if you change this, you need to update in the application also. Otherwise, it will fail. Very important. And database name, we created a dummy that I don't use. I'll create extra. I'll create later. DBs. How do I create? Connect to DB from local. Please bear with me. From local or from connect to the DB from local or from local or Bastion. CLI. Here I'll use a tool called GUI. While connecting it, I'll use all these properties. Then create DBs. That is what we will do. In any queries, hope you guys clear, right? So this is what my objective, connecting to the DB. This configuration I need. As an admin, I'm connecting it right now, not from application. This is right now as an admin. Any like my developers wanted to connect to the DB, this you will get the chance. My QA team, my performance team, the different teams want to connect to the DB. They'll come to you. What is your job here? Create RTS, create DBs. That is what your job. And then configure the backup. In case in future some issue happens, recovering it, restoring it. That is what your job. How application, what data is connecting, what queries it is running. That is up to the developers or to the team who are working on that application. That is what they. So our job is to create the infrastructure, give this configuration to them. They'll use it. Good. So with this, let's go to the.
Sorry, one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, in which cases this endpoint will change and we
No, this endpoint will not change. This endpoint will
not
not change. Yeah, it won't.
not change.
So
Okay.
this endpoint, let's say for example, I have environments like dev, stage, pre-prod, prod. So recommended is don't store production, all this in one database instance. Don't store. Don't store. Don't store all. Create for all these separate. It depends upon company to company. If they're ready to pay money, we will create 4 RDS instances. This will be in separate account. These are all you can keep in the same account also, you can keep it. So in that case, right, let's say for example, they're okay for payment. They're okay. They don't want to like keep all ones. They're okay to go with the separate cost also. Then we will get 4 endpoints array in this case. For dev 1 endpoint, you will get 4 RDS instances. For example, here you will get one dev RDS, stage RDS, pre-prod, and production. Don't share them. Create in the separate AWS account. If they're not okay, then create all it one place only. That's okay. You got what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Yes, your endpoint may change. Yeah. There will be separate database instances. Cool. So here endpoint will not change. Like even if we start also endpoint will not change. This will be the static endpoint. Because database, right? It will be the static one. So let me, my objective is now connect to the database. So this database in private, you cannot access from outside. This is what the one I created currently. You see this as the architecture. I created here for now the primary one, only the master. You see, right? Master keyword here. Yeah, whatever the one I created, the RDS is master. Master can insert, create, delete, can be done, drop, everything you can do. There is a one more keyword here, you see, right? R. R is called replica. Or you can say that read only. You can say that get, which is called select. On the read only, right? You cannot do these operations. Only the operation is allowed here. This one. In the real time, we will separate like this. Insert will go to the primary master, and then the select queries will go to the replica. Replica, we will configure such a way that. With that, because you see, right, what is the, in this whole flow, you can rebuild all this stuff. This is a very important guy. If this is bit slow, the database is bit slow, totally your application will become slow. Just a minute. sorry. So in the total complete flow, if database is slow, right, your total application will become slow. So that's why, so we don't want to put more queries on the primary one. We separate that. The select queries will go for replicas, and then the remaining queries will go for the update select queries will go here. From there, data automatically will replicate it here immediately, whatever that. So if there is a lag, it takes time. Sometimes if it is heavy, you will have some kind of lag in between this. So the copying and so two things here: the replica and then the master. Master only will allow to the some kind of the update related create related one. The replica main job is to just to response for only select queries. This is the one thing. Good. So with this, let's go here. So this is in private. So can you guys help me here? How can I connect to this component? You know the basic fundas already. I want to connect to this RDS. I was telling also, like only the option I can connect from two places, from my local.
Bastion. Bastion.
For now, I cannot connect from my local, only the Bastion. So with this, let's go to the Bastion. From my laptop to connect to the Bastion, I was using Git Bash CLI tool. Okay. Let me retry again. Yeah, I'm good. So I'm inside a Bastion now. Let me show you the image. I'm inside this Bastion. I wanted to access this database from here to here. You can access it because you are within the VPC right already. So I want to test the connectivity. Obviously, like load balancer EC2 RDS also will have a security group. So can you guys help me here? How can I check connectivity from Bastion?
Telnet.
Telnet.
Telnet or NC.
NC. Yeah.
So we don't have an IP address for RTS. We have endpoint.
Endpoint.
Yeah, take the endpoint of the RTS wala. And which port number? 3306.
06.
So it's I think it's now. So if you go little here, connectivity security, somewhere you will have a security group here, you see, right? This is the one. Here you need to allow the from Bastion. Inbound rules. Let's the oh my gosh. Oh, this is from local. I think we had used something, the existing. No, let's go here. 3306 from. Can you guys help me here from?
Internet.
No.
Okay. Huh.
Bastion I
Bastion is Bastion.
security.
Yeah, Bastion. I think this is along with the VPC creation, right? No, while I creating the RTS, right, it will come. The first one. That's why it picked up automatically my IP address. I deleted that. Save rule. In future, just keep this thought. Currently, I'm connecting from Bastion. Who connects to the why I'm connecting it? Just to show our demo purpose. Like not only demo, in the real time also we connect to the database. But in the original, our target is to application has to connect. So next, I will allow the application security groups also. Just keep that. For now, yeah, we are good now. Let me make a connectivity test again. Yeah. So you see, right? We are able to reach to the Bastion. It's connected now. It's worked. Good. So now you cannot SSH to this bastion. Any reason why? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You cannot SSH to the RDS.
Their SSS is not installed, I think. Agent.
You don't know what OS right behind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
we don't know what you cannot SSH, you cannot do RDP also. In Windows, we call it as RDP if it is Windows target server. You cannot do anything. You cannot connect to that OS at all. Only the one option is the target server is the MySQL server. You need to have MySQL CLI here. I have SSH CLI. By default in the Linux, you will get it. But I cannot use. Only the option is I can have MySQL CLI commands here. So I don't have it. Let me install MySQL CLI sudo install. Let me check this. Let me run this. Oh, Amazon next to there. Let me try this to come. We are using currently Amazon Linux 23. Let me try. People are moving from M to DNF command. DNF is coming soon. Still, M will be alternative for DNF. So, yeah. These two commands worked for me. Let me keep it here. Good. Again, check it. Yeah. I don't have no command not found now. Okay. So to connect to MySQL CLI already installed. The syntax is MySQL -h host, which is endpoint, -u username, -p password, or you can just you ignore it, it will ask you further. And then the -db name, just pass the db name. No need to pass the any argument, just db name. That's it. It will able to connect to that. With this MySQL -h. Yeah, with this endpoint. Then I have username. If you go here, right, configuration, we can find somewhere username. Yeah, this is the username. But you cannot see this password here. I'll search in my notepad itself. Where is this guy? Yeah, this is the username. It will be just don't you can pass also the password, but password no need to give the space, I think. Let me try it. So right now I'm in shell. Paste. It will ask you the password. Without password, you just without space, if you give it, it won't ask the password. But if someone runs the history command, they can see the password. That's why we ignore some things. Yeah, cool. So no need to pass the database name. Database name is optional when you are connecting to the database. It's optional here. Yeah, database name is optional. You can here DB name. It is optional. Whatever you are passing the DB name. Okay, cool. The P stands for password, database name is optional. That is what I can say. Cool. So here you are not connected to any database. That's why it is showing that none databases. Oh, very important. It will show you the version as well here. What kind of version you are running. Yeah, paid RDS exponent support service before. Okay. I think they are going to break this thing. They're not supporting later. I think this year, the 5.7, I think. Something they think. So mandatory they have to go before 8.0. Okay. Cool. So from my Bastion 2, I am able to reach to the MySQL. Can you guys help me here? Right now I'm in which server now? Here, if you see like this.
DB7.
Yes.
Yeah, you are inside the here as for this. From
Data.
here, you are inside here. Virtually you are here in this site. Okay. Now if you want to see how many databases are there, show databases. At the end, prepare the colon. I mean semicolon. You know, one database you seen, right? We had given one name here among this.
Dummy don't use.
Yeah, just that is for test purpose only I had given. I mean, if you want to, here we can create our own databases. Let's make it one database. Create database CMS underscore content. You can say that CMS underscore content. Let's make it. This is the query. To list the database, show databases. Create database. It's your choice. You can go. I had given my name is the simple test purpose CMS content. Just cool. So now again, if you want to show the databases, show databases. So in a database, the basic thing is in database, you will have a tables. In a table, you will have a data. How the data will be? Column and rows, basic rows. So here, so let me go existing some database I'll use. Oh, users personal. Oh, users will be in the MySQL thing. Yeah. So I'll take one existing one, the dummy database. Let me. So to switch to the database, say that use this name. Paste. See now instead of none, you will have this database. You are inside this database. You want to see that what are the show tables. There are the no tables at all. Now I want to switch back to another database. I want to see in this another one. Use MySQL. See that show tables. You see here, there are the tables are there existing already. These are the ones. Already tables, information, everything is there. The command is show tables. DBR switch command is use dbn. One more command is show tables later. Very important. Cool. So we are able to connect to the database, able to see the DBs, and then able to see the tables as well, the show tables command. Now here onwards, select something like I want to see some kind of data inside this. Select the basic star from user. Normally your SQL queries will work. Any select star, blah, blah, blah. This is up to my job is to whether I'm able to reach to that. Inside that what data exists, that is up to the app team. My job will not come further. So whether they are able to reach to the here, next they'll take care of that. Any content here. Any queries, questions you want to come?
No, sir.
Good. Thank you. Now let me go for that. Some dummy database. So show databases. Use. So we are able to create. Now you can create a tables here if you want to create. Let me take in the internet. Some example, just create a table. This in the real time, the DB team will give you, like the developers will give you this all some because the application knows it, right? This is the structured. You are telling that structured person ID. According to that, you have to enter the data for that. Inserts are there later. Okay, that's okay. So just put this, paste, enter. Now, if you want to show tables, there is a table called persons. Only you created a schema. You have not entered any data. Who will enter this data in later?
Users.
Yeah, users, application. You will have a, you as an end user, he cannot access it here. We will create a separate nice UI for him. Whenever enter in the UI, that internally will call this the endpoint. The application will call port number, username, password, and then the this don't use in the application we will configure. Then developer will write the code to connect to this table that they'll take care. So whenever they insert in the application, the data will come here behind. It will store. If they want to get the data, insert the data, delete the data, everything will happen in this table in this database. It is. So up to here, just I would say that kind of lab, basic lab, connect to the RDS and a DB table. We are able to reach to till here. Now, so I want to configure an application which will run in the app layer in the app subnet, and then it will connect to that CMS content DP. That is what my objective next further. To do that, let's explore that how application will connect. What is DevOps guy need to know in the application whenever it is connecting to the DB related. That is what my objective. At this, and what information you need. So some languages I'll take, some code in the internet code I will take it. Okay, some of the examples. So Python, RDS, sample code, GitHub. Let me see in the GitHub some code. Some people in the internet I'm taking some code. Okay, let me open this code. Goes no code. Oh, sorry, code. There is no code at all. Just a config. Let me see. Yeah, you see here, they're mentioning the username, password, endpoint, and then the port number. These are the basic things. They'll make a kind of code. After that, they're only making this drop databases, create database, related queries, they'll take care. They can do from the application also, whatever they wanted. Some sample, let me take some more. Here, Python. If you go inside this code, right here inside this code, I'm going inside the code. You see right here, they're mentioning it. You no need to write this code. Developer will take care. Your job is to give this endpoint, credentials, blah, blah, blah. And then allow that from wherever they are running this code, right? From EC2, that circuit group, you need to allow in the RDS circuit group. That is what your job. Not writing this code. This is developer will take care. So whenever they create it, they'll make it like this. Okay. Any thoughts, queries on it? This thing, the code. Now this is the one sample Python code. For example, let me go some more. Let me take some more. Everywhere this will be the common funda. They'll have endpoint. You see right here. Username, password. One more is the endpoint port number. And then sometimes they'll ask you this one also. DB name. What is the DB name? These are the basic things I was telling you. Now this is the some Python code. Let me PHP. Some people in the internet only I'm going, some random website. Let's see. So you should be aware that how he is calling it. how this person is calling, the code is calling. That is what you have, as a DevOps guy, you should be aware that. Here they are connecting it, Amazon EC2 RDS. Let's go, they created it step by step. Yeah, here you see, right, they're installing Apache. This is good article, let's see, I mean to say, if it works for us. MapSeed also same. Starting Apache. Now MySQL on the RDS tier. They created the RDS tier. Oh, he is giving in the GUI. Yeah. My objective not here. Yeah, this is what my objective to show. Open in the imaging. Here is the one PHP code sample. PHP code. Here in the PHP code, they are giving this info. DB name, username, password, DB host. These 4 properties I'm giving. Endpoint. This is the our RDS endpoint. You should be aware that where it is connecting to, from code, from which file it is connecting to the endpoint DB. That you should know that as a DevOps guy. That is what our job. Now let me show you that. I'll take this application as well. Spring, what's that? Pet Clinic. Yeah. I'll take one sample code. Pet Clinic, GitHub, Spring Boot, database connection. GitHub. So majority people will keep the code here. The DB, if we go to the source, sourcing, main resources. Here, yeah, you see there is a file called properties file. Open this file. Please ask the developers. We ask the developers, hey, where are you configuring it? Can you show me that? Can you give me that file? At least I will have a knowledge, right? Something. Here is the database name. Here you see, right? Database source URL is nothing but endpoint. The database endpoint will come here, and then the username, and then the password. These are the basic things you should be aware. Any thoughts? You take any language whichever connected to the DB, they'll go with same funda.
Got it. It's a common for all languages.
Yes, common. The little syntax will change one language.
Best, yeah.
Common funda. But if developer is making code, right, normally we don't allow them to hard code like this. Here you see, right, this is not the good practice. In the code, right, never hard code this value. I ask the developer, hey, don't, let's say for example, I'll take this code. If I deploy this code, I will have this kind of environments. Please bear this. This is the real time. Like in the real time, we will have this. You will have a dev environment. You will have a stage. You will have a pre-prod. You will have a prod. You have a separate RDS here as well. Here also same. They are okay with the cost. You will have a 4 RDS instances. Now, how many endpoints we will have with this?
4.
4. They'll give the simple one code only. Same code. They'll give the same code. One code, like for example, some kind of py file. In this py Python, they wrote the code to connect to the RDS. Okay. Now you took this code, you deployed here. Okay. In this code, you are configuring now what?
Username, password.
Yeah. Username, password,
And endpoint.
and then the port number if needed, and then the needed DB name. Okay. Now, if you take this same code, if you deploy here, it will come to the which RDS now?
The first one, dev RDS.
Dev RDS, right? It will fail now. So why? Because they have hard coded in the code here. They have hard coded this endpoint related and all. What I said to the developers, this is the good practice. Never don't hard code the endpoint related in the code. Please externalize them. There will be some kind of properties file, separate file. Like for example, db.text.db.prop. This is a good way, properties something. So I'll create a separate db properties file for dev, separate properties file stage, separate file for every environment. In this file, I will change, because as a DevOps guy, I can create this file. This is not my job. So this is very easy to, I'll say that in this DB property file, I'll keep like this. I'll say them. Very easy. DB name. Like this, I'll say DB endpoint, DB username. I'll say him. And then the same DB password. Like this. Hey, I'll put like this. Please load this file and then call your values. This I'll create a separate file. This is the text file, right? I can make it as a DevOps guy. I can make a text file easy. I don't need to concentrate on the code. What developer do? He will call this file and then he will load it. So now how many properties file will come with this total?
4.
How many code? How much code will be there? Like the code? No, 4 code. Like the 4 code sources or 1 code sources on here with this.
4 code systems.
No. Code will be the one.
PY is common, but
Yeah.
prop is 4.
Yeah, property file will be the 4 because the endpoint is changing it. This is the good way you need to drive the usually developers will not have this. If he's experienced guy and all, he knows it, what is the best guys. If developers is not aware, you have to drive this. Otherwise, they'll come this, hey, this code is connecting to the previous endpoint, it is failing. Please check this. They'll come to you continuously. This is cool. So you have to make this. Now let me go here. You go to any language, this will be the common. I'll be taking this the PHP code and all. I'll take one sample code. I'll deploy it now, and then we will see how to configure it. Let me go for our famous guy. We installed, right? Go for EC2. I'm going to go to Apache. Inside this Apache, I will run the PHP code. Start it. Please, I'm telling it, if you stop and start, public IP having EC2 mission, public IP will change or not? If you don't have Elastic IP.
If you
It
don't
will
have Elastic, it will
change.
change. If it have Elastic, it won't
Yeah.
change.
But private IP will not change if you stop and
Yeah.
start. Private IP
In this
will
case, it won't change.
Yeah. Normally, if you stop and start, private IP never change for any EC2 mission.
Yes.
That is basic things you should know. Cool. So I'm good to connect to here to the RDS from Bastion. Exit. I came back again to the Bastion. Now my objective here is this is the one. Connect to RDS from application where app running in Apache will be running. Which language I'm going? I'm going to take PHP. In PHP, there is a framework called, you don't need to do much code, already is there. There is a framework called WordPress. There are a lot of other in the market. I'll show you some what I have worked. You see, this is the website. Right? Majority websites, internet websites are PHP, you can say that. This is the one of the, I think, oh, sorry. What's that? We are using the paid one. For this, we used a paid one. This is running on the PHP only. Something I forgot exactly name. Sorry, I'll tell you. This is the paid one we took from outside people. This is the purely running on the PHP code only. This total website. This is a very big company. We are using completely on the PHP. This one we are running. Majority some internet websites they run on the PHP, and the PHP code will run on top of Apache.
Apache.
Yeah. Apache has this intelligence. If you have PHP kind of code, it will connect to the database, not HTML, not CSV, not jQuery, AngularJS. They will not have it. So now, how to set up? What are the prerequisites? You need a EC2. Inside EC2, you need Apache. On top of EC2, you need to install PHP. Download WordPress code. Deploy to Apache. Can you guys help me? Where we will deploy inside Apache? What is the folder?
/var/www/html.
Here we will deploy that PHP code. That is what my requirement. Now let me go with that. Connect to the Apache from Bastion. Yeah. SSH. I already copied the PEM here. Is it user at? So I'm inside the Apache. How can I check Apache running or not?
You can check curl.
Status, yeah. Is PSF EF, great. HTTPD or curl also or netstat also, the port. Yeah. PSF, the regular one we use is this is the one. Okay. HTTPD. So Apache is running. So I want to see that what content is there in the Apache. To ls-l where www HTML. There is this content is there. I don't want to use this content. I want to go for Apache related content. Sorry, PHP related content. I will uninstall this total content. Okay? I will delete this content. Please, by heart for now, these comments, please, I request you guys. Switch sudo -su. Go to that path. www HTML.
RMIC.
Yeah, please bear very important when you are running this command. Careful, you should be inside this folder. Run this command pwd. It will show you that where you are. Delete. Now you are inside the Apache deployment folder ls-l ltr. It's empty now. Good. Now WordPress download. You don't have to do any code. This is the one, but I need to know the PHP compatibility. You see, right? This is very important. These ones. If you want to work this, right? Your MySQL version 5.7. What is our RDS version?
5.74.
So we are good with that. And then we need a PHP also. Then only it will work. Okay. Good. Right click on it. Copy link address.
wget.
Yeah. Paste. Yeah, please observe at the end the extension is important. ls
Unzip.
ltr. Yeah, same. Oh my gosh, it is creating WordPress folder. That's okay. So I thought I don't want this folder. Let's remove this one. rm-fr latest.zip. So where is my PHP content now? Inside this
HTML folder.
no WordPress folder. Yeah, inside this WordPress folder. I wanted this content into HTML. So what I do now? Please bear with me for some comments. WordPress star dot. I'm moving this total WordPress content to HTML folder. This. Now observe this command. So I don't want this folder, WordPress folder. Now WordPress will be empty. What I did, cut and paste. Cut and paste command is called MV. Okay. So I downloaded a page. I downloaded a content, extracted it. I got the WordPress folder. Inside that content, I moved to directly to HTML because Apache will look in the directly in this folder. Otherwise, I need to keep every time what is that folder. WordPress thing. Okay. Cool. I can delete this folder now safely. rm for WordPress. Cool. So I'm good now with this. Inside HTML, we have here. In this, can you guys tell me what will Apache will look for default file? And you can find one file.
Index.php.
Yeah, index.php. That is the nature of Apache. Apache will look for index related keywords, HTML or PHP thing. Now we did set up, you know, the prerequisite right here. They're telling it. What is the prerequisite? This is code ready. And you should have what is the guy? PHP also. Check PHP is there by default. PHP version. PHP is not there. Let's install the PHP. This guy can help us. Apache installed. Started. Yeah, you see here, he is installing with this command. Something. Let's try with this command. For me, important is this version. What is the extract version installed? 7.4. Install PHP 7.4. It's not there. DNF install PHP 7.4. No, no luck. Let's try this, guys. Let me try yum install. What the document says? Recommended is and are recommended are greater also and MySQL. Okay, let me try with yum install PHP. What version we'll get? Can you guys hear? Can you guys see here? I was trying to go with a specific version. Since it didn't picked up, now I did just normally with dumb yum install PHP. Can you guys see here? What is the version I'm getting?
8.2.
So as for their document, it should work. Let's see. Yes. I'm converting Apache to work with PHP code. Now check PHP F1 version. Yeah, we're good. 8.29 this thing. Cool. So what are the prerequisite you need? PHP we installed, and then WordPress code also we have. From this website, I have downloaded it. This is the one. We downloaded here, inside this code. You should have a PHP code here now. Now, whatever I told you guys, right? Some basic things. Code will connect to the database. There will be one configuration file will be there, right?
db.pro.
Yeah, somewhere here you will have a file called sample. This one.
Config some.
Config. This is the one will connect to the database. So let me rename this. You cannot do GUI clicks here. Move WP config sample to WP config.php. This is the file. They had given a sample. I'm converting that into the config file. Cool. LSFNLTR. Here is the file. Let's edit this file. To edit this file, I'm using a command called one command. For now, I'll use plainly vi space PHP. Open this file. Move little cursor down here. Cursor only will work. No GUI. Here DB name. I want to use the DB name called CMS. Remember any name? CMS underscore content. Username. I did I command to insert. Otherwise, it will be in the read-only mode. Insert. Press I. Then you can edit this file. The username is the guy. This guy. The same RDS admin user. Paste. Here localhost is there, DB host. I'll replace with the endpoint. No. In the real time, this will be taken care by the developers. You have to create one text file, external text file. We no need to touch any PHP code. Please, if you get some time, just in the YouTube, search a video like how to work with a VI, like for a few minutes, you'll get an idea how to something. So now DB name, username, password. Save this file, escape, and then shift to :WQ. You can save this file. Bit difficult for first time. Once you habituate, it will be easy. Please bear with me. Save this file. We are good. I have updated in this file DB related properties. Now I'm good. my Apache has to access this code from outside. How can I access this Apache from outside?
ALB install.
Only the option is ALB. Go for dashboard, load balancers. In the previous labs, I have did this connectivity. So demo ALB. If it goes, it will go to this target group, default target group, demo Apache target group. Targets. LCheck is failing. LCheck failed. What is the reason? 404. That's okay. 404 is fine. That's okay. LCheck is. Now, can you guys help me here? This is the flow we are coming. Load balancer is connecting to Apache. Apache is connecting to the database. We have allowed previously in the database from here. Now I need to allow one more guy now.
Yeah, app.
I need to allow this guy. Okay. Otherwise it will not work. Go here, pick that security group. Security. This security group name demo Apache. Okay. Go to the RDS. RDS security group. Inbound group. Edit inbound group. Port number 3306. From this guy. Demo Apache. Who is connecting to here? From
App.
From app. Good. So this is the complete lab. We are coming to the load balancer. It will go to the Apache. Apache will connect to the RDS. So in the code, we had given that properties to connect to this endpoint. Let's try this endpoint. If all good, we should have something on the page. Still, it shouldn't. Let me stop and start Apache once.
Stupid.
And you can keep like this also. When you're running multiple commands, you can keep like this. If this command success, it will go for other commands. Is it help? Start. How can I check Apache running on it? PSF.
ACF.
Yeah, we are good. Let's refresh this again. Yeah, this is the page. So it is saying that your PHP installation appears to be missing MySQL instance, which is required by the WordPress. Please check that MySQL CLI PHP installed. You are unsure. Let me see this guy. What is installing? This is the one. That's it. No? What are the extra things he installed? I think should have this page. That's what my objective. WP. Let me install that. Let me search that error. What they suggest. This is the problem. You are using outdated PHP. This is correct only. Installation appears to missing, which is required. Check what version only. So this is to see install MySQL CLI. I need to install. I think MySQL one config, one MySQL PHP dependency config. I need to install. Please bear me why I'm going is like we have habituation of this. Whenever we see some kind of answer, that is comes with experience only. Little the way this is there. Yeah, I think this one. This one, I think we need to install, I remember. Let me install install PHP MySQL. One more dependency. Oh my gosh, it's not there. Linux. Oh, well, this is caused when PHP code in your site is not compatible with the version of PHP or the issue with the outdated MySQL extension. We did this installation, which is the one. We went with the 8, but 8 is what they support. They were okay. Installing. Installation. Yes, install PHP. Oh my gosh, there are many dependencies outside. There is one guy I remember. We will install this. Is okay. This guy is not that PHP 7.4. We have PHP version is the exact version is 8.2.9. I'm thinking maybe it's not supporting. As for their doc, it is supporting it. MySQL D. What was the error? Install. And this is the little correct one. PHP 8.1 is correct. We are having 8.2 now. Is saying that start PHP from install Apache. Correct. System to the DB. Oh. They're connecting database and EC2. In our case, check temporary password. This is correct. Check PHP configuration. Index.php. This is correct only. They're changing this configuration in the connected page. This is for only for PHP, not for this thing. Somewhere. Yeah, let's see this official guy. Prerequisite. Yeah, let me try all this. Whatever there it will. Yeah, MySQL entity. This is the one I was looking. MariaDB server not required. Let's see. Please bear with me for 2 minutes. Yeah. So usually if you do install, right, always recommend it to stop and start the new packages if you do. That's okay, you get warning. This is the downloading directly Apache, extract MariaDB, start, username, password. We are good. We have configured all this. That's the right way. Yeah. Good to go. Yeah, these are all good. These are all good. Good. Change the permissions. That's okay. We don't need. Start. Load it. Yeah, I think it should be good now. System CTL. Start. Let's go and refresh this page. Yeah. Can you guys see now?
Yes.
This is little went further. Yes. See, it is asking something, site title, blah, 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 something. Okay. Please listen this. This is how in the real time also. You see, right? These guys already. You know these guys, no? Famous guys. Hindu, the Hindu. And then the like kind of not a newspaper, like the Times Now. So all this, you think it, you are the reader. Okay, you are the reader, user. There will be admin guy, not the DevOps admin. I'll say that agent. Okay. This agent, what he'll do, he'll upload the news. Okay. And then what he will do, he will publish. So as a reader, what you do, you will read this news, right? Normally. Read the news. So this is how this, let's say for example, this is the agent. As a DevOps guy, right? After you set up this, he will leave this to agent, this agent. Now agent will come, he will do, please observe here, we are going with the approach. Site title, let's say that, testing. This is the WordPress admin, separate admin, okay? Where agent will use. Not the DS admin, not the AWS console. This is for agents. See that? WordPress agent. Copy this password, we need a password. You can reset also these credentials later. Now, email test at test.com. Okay. Please bear with now. Which if all goes right, if there is a database connectivity, will not get this page at all. Install WordPress. Never, that's okay. Now login back. This is how the regular newsreader will connect. Sorry, news agent guy. He will log in with these credentials. And then he'll use this password. Yes. Yeah. Now, what he will do, he will do post like this. This is how if you go to the Inadu kind of any Hindu website, right? If you log in, he will get edit options on every article. He will get an edit option. You are logging as a read-only user, right? You will not get edit option. What I mean is, let's go on and do something. Hello world. This is not our job, just little. Here, I want to insert something. Like for example, I wanted to insert some. Here left side, they'll get all the options. For example, I want to edit this. This is DevOps. DevOps. So just what this guy will do? He will do this changing. The editor will editor will edit, and then he will update. He'll do view post. I think somewhere you'll get option called publish also. Yeah, that's it. I think the update only the publish. Now view post. Please observe. This is in the. I have opened this page. I'll open in the another browser. Please bear with me. Let me go here. Please observe now. Can you see here? See, I'm able to access this page, but the same website, I don't have an option called edit and all here. If you log in as an agent, right? You see here. As an agent, I can edit post again. This I can change again. DevOps 1. Again, I will update immediately. This is out of business for us. How they are editing that agents and all. My job is to, this page is coming or not. Now refresh again in the another browser. Refresh. You see, right? The page is coming immediately. So what I mean is here, let me go for this. From where the total data is coming. Whatever you are editing this page, the total data is going to the database. You remember which database name I had given in the PHP file?
CMS underscore content.
Cat this file. Paste. Here you see, right? Which database was it? CMS content. Now let me connect to the database. Can you guys help me here? How can I connect to the database? You remember we ran some commands, no? MySQL. No, I'm inside this project. Yeah, let me. Only database. I think from here also you can connect. Let's see. Here, it will go for the pick the database username password. From Bastion, I'm connecting. Copy. How to list the, what are the databases are there? How to list? We were running one command, no? To list the databases. The
So
database.
databases.
Databases. Which database now this website is using? This website.
CMS underscore content.
CMS content. In that code, I have configured it. Use CMS underscore content. How to see the table? We created just a database. We have not created any tables in this. We created a table in the dummy one. But in this observe now, show tables. All these tables created by the application. When you start the application, right? When you are doing it, it asks you, right? Set up that installation and all. That it created it, everything here. Whatever the data you are uploading, the content and all, right? It is coming here only. Now, just for now, let me break this environment. From here to here, I want to break the connectivity. Can you guys tell me how can I break? Simple. I don't want to stop and all. Just I want to break from application to RDS connectivity.
Security group.
Which security group I need to modify?
I think
RDS.
Yeah. Let me go here, RDS security group. Then will be RDS, demo RDS here. Here. Edit inbound rules. Let's remove this guy. Save rules. Now let's observe this guy. As an admin, I logged in, right, to this WordPress website. Let's refresh page. What error you will get? I was editing another page now as an admin. Let's close out this. Close out this. Let's refresh this page. It is taking time, no? Taking time loading. Now let's go as an end user as well. Whole this content, whatever you are seeing on this page, right? All this content is coming from database. Now, this request will go to the which server now? Whatever you are sending request. In the browser, you are sending a request, right?
That
What
is
is-
going to app load balancer,
Yeah, load balancer. Load balancer is forwarding to
target group,
target group is forwarding to Apache.
Apache.
Now, this content, right? Whatever you are seeing in this content is not coming from, is not able to get from where now?
Database.
Database. That's where it broken it. If database is up, then only we are able to access it. You see here, what is the error?
gateway timeout.
Good. Is Apache down? No. Is Apache issue or Is Apache running or not?
Apache is running security issue.
What is the problem now? If database is down, also you will get this error, right? In that case.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now let's bring back again this flow. Now let's access it. What I want to prove is whatever the content, if application want to work properly, the database has to be up. The database has to be have a connectivity. Then only this application will work. Otherwise, you will get like this error 50. As an admin, as an agent, as user, like everyone will get this error from the application. Now let's go back to that guy. Second group. With 174. Yeah, this is the inbound rules. Edit inbound rule. 806. From, can you guys help me here? To whom I need to allow?
Happy set.
Yes, security group.
Apache. Yeah. Now let's refresh this content again. That's okay. It is saying that you already installed everything. Now let's go back to that page. You see that you are getting the page. From where this content is coming?
Database.
Where is this content? From the database. So my objective is that. Now, which database it is getting? In database, let's go for here. In RDS server, in MySQL, how many databases are there currently? How many databases what we created?
Only one.
No, we created it. There is a one guy now.
A dummy don't use.
One more.
Dummy
CMS.
don't.
CMS we created it. One more something now I created it. You can check, right? What is that for now? Show. This is dummy, yeah, dummy, and then the CMS content. These two I created it. This CMS content being used by the WordPress now. This dummy don't use, that's just for two databases I created it now. Now, please bear this. This is what the interview question will come for you here. If I take this, where is this guy? Where is this guy? RDS one. Let's go here. Inside this RTS, how many databases are there? What we created it here? How many databases we created inside this?
3.
Two. One is CMS, another is the don't use. Two databases we created. Inside the databases, tables will be there. Keep that thought. If I take this database backup, how many databases will come? You can take a backup here like this. Actions, somewhere, take a snapshot, you see, right? Take a snapshot. This is called the database backup. I say that manual backup. It is not backup. You are doing it. Manual backup, when I'm doing it, 2023, 30, 12, and say that 9 AM. You can say that. I'm taking manually backup. Take a snapshot. Oh my gosh, it's not a valid identity. Must begin with a letter, must not contain. Oh my gosh. Iphones are what? Or colon. I think iphones are perfect. Yeah. Take a snapshot. Yeah. We took a database backup now. Total database backup. Okay. How did you take it? Go to the databases, actions, take a snapshot. We had an option. Take a snapshot. So now you took a manual backup. There will be automatic backup also will be there. Automatically, you remember what time we have configured for backup? You remember yesterday?
Yeah, midnight calling.
You can see here maintenance and backups here if you want. Backup maintenance window. If you go down, right, automated backup around this time. last backup something, backup window here, it happened. If you go here now, left side snapshots, you will have here backups. All you will have a backups here. Right now we are taking the manual backup. Let's see the system backup. You see, right? There are the backups are there. Okay. One is 29. Already one backup automatically it happened. There is a one more backup. Something what we triggered. So keep this thought. You can take a backups, manual backup, and then automatic backups here. In this backup, how many databases will be there automatically now? You took total
Two.
laptop backup itself. How many databases backup will come?
Two.
Two. Sometimes, right, you will get a chance to take one database backup only. I want to take, don't use backup only in this case. I don't want to take CMS content. From AWS console, you don't have that option. If you take the snapshot, it will take complete backup. You don't have an option. If you want to take individual backup, they'll ask you this question, how to take individual backup. This is DevOps job only, you have to take it. Database backup. There is a command called MySQL dump -host endpoint -u username -p password db name. Put like this. This is the one. Backup.sql. This is how you have backup. You have to take it. There is a command called MySQL dump. With this, you can take individual DB name. Not from the AWS console. You cannot take it. If you want to restore, after you take it, same. Instead of greater than symbol, put the less than symbol. It will do restore. To backup. To restore. Can we take individual table? Yes, you can take individual tables also. You can take it. This is what. Cool. So any queries, questions you want to ask on it? Cool. So my objective, please be ready with this. I would request you guys, if anyone comes to me, take a time, please put the time. If you are stuck anywhere, please reach out to me. This is very important. Lab with your own VPC. Connect to the RDS. What is the application target is? Please connect with the WordPress. If you are able to make this setup, I'm sure you can make any environment. Completely, you can work on the real time also. With this basics, if you are able to reach to this. Which language you have taken here?
PHP.
PHP.
Yeah. What is the RDS type you have taken? What is the database type?
M5.
MySQL.
Yeah, MySQL. We went with, I mean, not the family type. I'm saying it MySQL. Basic things. Yeah. Cool. So I'll pass it here for today. Let me stop the recording.
Sir, please upload this video, sir.
Yeah. I'll do. Just a minute. Sorry. I'll do.